Not every path to fame is built the same way. Some travel it carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, facing not only the demands of stardom, but also the struggle to be recognized for who they truly are.
Transgender woman.
In this video, we celebrate 15 transgender icons who have not only shaped the entertainment industry, but also inspired change in hearts and minds simply by being their authentic selves.
Stress and anxiety
You might know their
levels,
names,
all the good
you might have
stuff
seen their
that
work,
comes with
but behind the bright lights and
Passing
movie
comes
scenes
off
are
as if
stories of quiet
you are
resilience,
actively,
personal
because it's a verb.
sacrifice,
You're
and the
actively
courage to
engaging
live
in-
truthfully in a world that hasn't always been
They get to
kind.
be who they truly
These
want to
individuals
be,
aren't
and
just
they
celebrities,
get to live their
they're
lives completely and
pioneers.
find-
Let's take a moment to
He
see
lunges
them.
at me.
Not for who we
I
thought
lunge
they
back
were,
at him.
but for who
Back
they
and
truly
forth
are.
in this.
I have days.
Caitlyn Jenner, born on October 28, 1949, is one of the most recognizable figures in the LGBTQ+ community and beyond.
If I know her,
Long
probably do the
before she became a symbol
rotational
of
style
transgender
next year.
visibility,
Really creative.
Caitlyn was known around
Been
the
over
world
50
as
feet.
Bruce Jenner, an Olympic champion who took home the gold medal in the decathlon at the 1976 Montreal Games. To many Americans, Bruce represented power, discipline, and excellence. But in 2015, Caitlyn's life changed forever. In a heartfelt and deeply personal interview with Diane Sawyer, she publicly came out as transgender. That moment, raw, emotional, and brave, sparked a nationwide conversation about identity, acceptance, and what it truly means to live authentically. Soon after, she invited cameras into her world with the reality series I Am Kate, giving viewers a close-up look at her transition and the broader struggles faced by transgender people. Caitlyn is also a talented author. Her memoir, The Secrets of My Life, reveals the layers of her public persona and private experiences, sharing the silent struggles she carried for decades and the courage it took to live her truth. For older audiences, Caitlyn's story goes far beyond gender. It's about transformation, reinvention, and the bravery to start over, even when the world thinks it already knows who you are.
I have to say,
it reminds us that it's never too late to be honest with ourselves.
And I see what happened back
Whether you
then.
agree with her or not,
And a lot of it
Caitlyn's
had to-
journey opened the door to conversations many never thought they'd have. And sometimes the hardest conversations are the ones most worth having. Laverne Cox, born on May 29, 1972 in Laverne Cox, from Mobile, Alabama, is an Emmy-nominated actress, producer, and one of the most respected advocates in the fight for transgender rights. She rose to national fame through her groundbreaking role as Sophia Bursay on Orange is the New Black, becoming the first openly transgender person ever nominated for a Primetime Emmy in an acting category. That moment wasn't just a personal victory. It was a defining shift in how America viewed transgender representation on television. Growing up in the Deep South, Cox faced her share of challenges: bullying, misunderstanding, and exclusion. Yet through determination, talent, and an unshakable sense of purpose, she built a career that not only entertains, but also educates. Her visibility has shined a light on critical issues, from discrimination in healthcare to the alarming rates of violence against transgender women, particularly women of color. What makes Laverne's story especially powerful for older audiences is that her journey goes far beyond Hollywood. It's about courage in the face of judgment, about holding on to your identity when the world tells you to let it go. It reminds us all, no matter our age, that authenticity isn't a trend.
But now that voice is being
It's a
amplified
form of
more, and I
strength.
think it's really about so
Laverne
many
Cox
more of us coming
continues
forward
to
and saying,
use
"This
her
is who I am, this
platform
is my
with
story,
grace
this
and
is how it should be
influence,
told."
reminding
And
us that change begins with truth, and that empathy, once sparked, can move mountains. Her voice isn't just heard, it truly matters. Gigi Gorgeous, born on April 20th, 1992 in Canada as Gregory Alan Lazzarato, is a model, activist, and digital creator whose journey has inspired millions worldwide.
I want to be...
She first gained attention on YouTube in 2008,
this one's different.
In my diary where I would post everything.
If your parents don't get you...
lifestyle vlogs. But in 2013, when she began sharing her transition publicly, her platform took on a deeper and more powerful purpose. Through genuine and emotional videos, she invited the world into her story, revealing both the highs and lows of her transition. She shared the joy of self-acceptance, the fear of judgment, and the quiet strength it takes to live authentically in a world that doesn't always understand. Her honesty reached far beyond the LGBTQ+ community, helping countless people, especially parents and older viewers, see transition not as a trend, but as a deeply human journey toward wholeness. Her story isn't just about physical transformation. It's about rediscovery, about facing fear with grace, and choosing authenticity even when it's hard. She continues to advocate for transgender rights, using her voice to promote dignity, safety, and understanding in spaces where they're often missing. For older audiences, she represents something both timeless and new, the enduring power of honesty and the impact of storytelling in the digital age. Her life reminds us that courage doesn't always look the
over
same,
the past, I don't know, year or so, and I know that that's kind of unfair to you guys
And
because that's how I started my YouTube channel, and that's just kind of my internet life to share.
Unapologetically. Spotlight Diary. Thank you for watching and supporting the Spotlight Diary team. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which personality stood out to you the most in today's video? Let us know right here on Spotlight Diary. Andreja Pejić from Herzegovina is one of the most groundbreaking figures in modern fashion and a powerful advocate for the LGBTQ+ community. After fleeing the Bosnian War with her family, Andreja settled in Australia, where her modeling career began to flourish. By 2011, she was turning heads on runways around the world, celebrated for modeling both menswear and womenswear with striking grace and confidence. What made Andreja truly unforgettable wasn't just her beauty. It was her refusal to accept labels in an industry built around them. Long before the world was ready to have meaningful conversations about gender, Andreja was quietly challenging convention, appearing on magazine covers and in campaigns that blurred the lines of tradition. Then, in 2014, she made a deeply personal and courageous decision, publicly coming out as a transgender woman. It was more than just a headline. It was a statement that helped redefine how the fashion world views gender, authenticity, and identity. At a time when few transgender people had visibility on global stages, Andreja's story gave others the words and the courage to be seen. For older audiences, her journey might seem unfamiliar at first, but at its core, it's timeless. A story of self-discovery, survival, and using one's voice to help others feel less alone. Her calm under pressure reminds us
Čuveni dizajner Roberto Cavalli na svom profilu na društvenoj mreži Twitter napisao: "Danas me je zvala Jennifer Lopez i pitala me da joj kreiram specijalnu haljinu za njeno sledeće venčanje."
Janet Mock, born on March 10, 1983, is a celebrated American writer, producer, and activist who has become one of the most influential voices in the transgender and broader LGBTQ+ communities. Her journey is not one of overnight success, but of perseverance, self-awareness, and a lifelong dedication to truth. Raised in Hawaii, Janet faced early challenges with identity and belonging. As a young trans girl of color, she encountered discrimination, misunderstanding, and societal rejection. Yet she never allowed these obstacles to define her future. With quiet determination, she transitioned in her teens and went on to build a career rooted in honesty and advocacy. Her 2014 memoir, Redefining Realness, accomplished something rare. It opened a door. Through raw vulnerability and grace, Janet shared her journey of self-discovery, poverty, and survival. For many older readers, it offered not only insight into the life of a transgender woman, but also a universal story of finding and claiming one's voice in a world that often tries to silence it. In television, Janet broke barriers as a writer, director, and executive producer on the acclaimed series Pose, which highlighted New York's vibrant ballroom scene and the often overlooked lives of Black and Latinx trans women. She made history as the first
Passing
trans
comes off
woman
as
of
if
color
you're-
hired as a
you
writer
are
for a major
actively,
TV
right, because
series,
it's a verb.
helping
You're
bring
actively
untold
engaging
stories into American
some
living
kind of
rooms.
trickery or deception.
To older audiences,
so that's where I get-
Janet's message is clear. No matter your path, you have the power to rewrite your story. Her life is a testament to courage, not the absence of fear, but the choice to live fully despite it. Because at the heart of every story worth telling is someone brave enough to tell it. MJ Rodriguez, born Michaela High Rodriguez on January 7, 1991, in Newark, New Jersey, is a celebrated American actress and singer whose journey has broken barriers and reshaped Hollywood history. From an early age, MJ was drawn to the stage. But it was after coming out as a transgender woman that her talent and voice were fully recognized. Her career soared with Pose, the groundbreaking FX drama set in 1980s New York, which explored the vibrant yet often overlooked world of ballroom culture and LGBTQ+ life, in the role of Blanca Rodriguez Evangelista, a nurturing house mother and fierce advocate. MJ brought depth, heart, and humanity to every scene. Her performance earned her a historic Emmy nomination in 2021, the first for a transgender woman in a major acting category. A year later, she won a Golden Globe, becoming the first transgender actress to receive that honor. But MJ's story extends beyond the screen. Offstage, she is a passionate advocate for trans rights and representation. Her message isn't radical, it's deeply human. Every person deserves dignity, opportunity, and a place to shine.
You always got it going
Through
on.
public
We've
speaking,
been
music, and activism,
fortunate to
she
see you on
amplifies
these little red
voices that have
carpets,
long been
through the years,
overlooked.
so-
For older audiences, MJ's journey serves as a reminder that resilience, honesty, and talent always matter, regardless of the societal box one is placed in. Her success challenges us to rethink what it means to lead with love. Because sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones bold enough to speak the truth aloud. Dominique Jackson. Dominique Jackson, born in Tobago and later moving to the United States, is a model, actress, director, and producer whose journey has made her a prominent voice in the transgender rights movement. Widely known for her commanding role as Electra Abundance in FX's Pose, Dominique has used her visibility to advance conversations about dignity, identity, and inclusion. Her path was not easy. From an early age, Dominique understood that her gender identity didn't match the body she was born with. The journey to becoming her authentic self involved hardship, rejection, homelessness, and emotional isolation. Yet through resilience and a steadfast sense of self-worth, she overcame these obstacles, not only transitioning, but thriving in a world that often marginalizes people like her. Today, Dominique is more than a performer. She is an activist. She doesn't just walk the runway or light up the screen. She organizes, speaks, and leads. Through community outreach, LGBTQ+ advocacy events, and candid discussions about the challenges transgender people face, Dominique uses her platform to elevate those still striving to be heard.
He lunges at me.
For older
I lunge
audiences,
back at him.
her story is
Back
a
and
reminder
forth
that
in this
courage
sort of
isn't
French
the
box.
absence of fear.
Which I would do
It's
for
the
you, but I'm
choice
afraid
to
you
move
don't have any
forward
space
anyway.
here.
Her life demonstrates the strength needed to stand tall in a world that doesn't always understand. Dominique Jackson's message is simple yet powerful. Be true to yourself and never stop speaking up for those who cannot. Alexis Arquette, born July 28, 1969 in Los Angeles, was more than an actress. She was a fearless advocate for transgender visibility and acceptance.
And then when
A member of the
became a
renowned
teenager, around
Arquette
13,
acting
14,
family, Alexis
my parents
forged her
sent
own
me out to
path in
LA,
Hollywood with memorable roles in cult classics like The Wedding Singer and But I'm a Cheerleader. Her impact, however, went far beyond acting. In the early 2000s, Alexis publicly came out as transgender and later underwent gender affirmation surgery in 2007. At a time when such declarations were rare and risky, her openness helped pave the way for greater understanding of transgender lives in American culture. She didn't just transition privately. She did so intentionally, using her platform to educate, challenge stereotypes, and humanize a community often misrepresented or ignored. Alexis also appeared in popular TV shows like Friends and reality series like The Surreal Life, where her bold personality and sharp wit captivated audiences. Yet acting was only part of her mission. Off-screen, she was a passionate advocate, consistently speaking out for LGBTQ+ rights, pushing for equity in healthcare, media, and legal protections. For older audiences, Alexis's journey reflects a deeply American value: the courage to stand up, speak out, and live authentically.
No, she's not. She's. I know she's pregnant, drinking. If I was a quarter, I'd be drinking pregnant too.
Her influence lives on. Alexis Arquette's life reminds us that authenticity, even when inconvenient or misunderstood, is one of the most powerful forces for social change. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our new videos. See you next time.